So we need to head back to talk to Gartier. And actually, it's good timing because it's after 1 o'clock. And that was when the kitchen was opening. And the kitchen was like a thing that was a bit of a... It was blocked off when we were in here originally. So I also want to talk to this woman. Yeah, cool. It's open. Let's talk to him. There's a couple of things we need to do. We need to apologize on behalf of Sylvie because the Sylvie lady was actually into him. She liked him. But through the course of a bunch of stuff, anyways, we got to talk to him on her behalf. We also need to get the keys to the garbage container by the dead body. And we're thinking that maybe some of the armor is in there. We're trying to figure out where the rest of the armor went. We have to go to the harbor gates to find more information, but maybe it's in there too. We don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's talk to Gartier.
Can I help you?
Hey, is that trash container out back? Does that belong to you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and Rags. Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked? Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out, that's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company. I thought as much, and you are the only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes, us and the garbage disposal company. He seems a little callous, doesn't he? Something stirs in you. I wonder, what is that? What is that feeling? Prod at him and find out. Doesn't it seem a little callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? Callous? What are you, a Krasmazov? Almost all embellishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling and Rags is not special in that regard. Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and historical materialist. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 11-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism. This encyclopedia just fills my head with like super incredibly useful, probably never going to use it knowledge. Maybe I am Krasmazov. What are we talking about? This was this not about the trash container? Yeah, sure. Let's return to that. Was there something you wanted? We need the keys. What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container? It concerns the case. The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden. Please, cooperate. He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Just bring them back once you're done, please. All right. Good, we will. Couple of other things. I talked to Sylvie, and I gotta be honest, I hate to say this, but she left because of me, not so much because of you. Wait, what? He looks up surprised. But what about the bird? The bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left. Yeah, she didn't break it. I did. I threw it against the wall in a fit of joy, probably. You broke the skua? His face is flushed with emotions. A rash covers his neck. I assure you, it was him. Why on earth did you have to break the skua? I don't know. I just break things. It's kind of just the way I am. I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message, a symbol of hope and all. A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it. All right, he calms himself. Did she say anything else about me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Well, honestly, she said she was flattered and it was just bad timing. Really? The man doesn't know what to say. He wipes his brow and stares at the counter. I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. He gives a short nod. Was there anything else you wanted? Or maybe we can get out of paying. Or can you give him a moment? Somehow you realize this is not going to net you any professional discounts. Already he's referring back to... Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Listen, I seen something here at the Whirlingart. I gotta ask you about. Size roll. What thing? I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yeah, it's not the whole damn Union, thank God. They're just the nastiest and loudest faction. He turns his head in disdain. They come appear in the evenings, dumb, unruly types. They think they're big shit. They're just good customers. They place big orders and they always pay on time. Find out who is in the Union box. He gives you a meaningful nod. And we should find out who this loud faction is that occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. How do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks towards the booth. Men are hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow. There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear that you got that. All right, there's something else I wanted to ask you about. What? By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. All right, thank you. Listen, by the way, I am at some point going to sing karaoke here. I just want you to be aware. Absolutely out of the question. Absolutely in the question. First he said we find a sad banger, then we sing this place to shit. I agree. Your body is ready, sire. All right. Cool. Now we need to find out who's in the Union box. Told you some unruly Union men gather in the mess hall of the Whirling in Rags. Not there today, but most likely they'll eventually show up. So it seems like our skill points don't scale. So every skill point is 100 experience. And we've been getting them at a pretty regular clip from just doing normal things, I guess. We'll head into the kitchen, but I think this is the Union box that we tried to look at, and it wasn't open. I want to say like 6 o'clock, but I guess we can't read the signs after we've read them once. Let's take a peek back here. Hello? The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. I guess better than anything else. Ooh. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. I love how we just found money. Probably this dude's tips. We probably just stole the tips, didn't we? That's rough. Gorisi Kubek. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only things you can make out are Gorisi and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Gorisi Kubek. Please, it's not funny. Hello, sir. You got time for a few questions? The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand drawing arcs in the air. Well, you got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of the pots in turn. Maybe he's mute. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering in the stove. All right. Well, I don't think I need anything else then. You stay masculine. Stay masculine. Why not? We got a blue door. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. I wonder where this door leads, Kim. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? This probably just leads to that other spot that's behind the, like where the body is, right? It's part of the Whirling in Rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Eccentric, but okay, I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it. Yes. But no, the door is it's a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. Sick. It's hardly worth a title. He looks at the door, then you. Anyway, Garte is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager. I'm just gonna touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to the touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind, it must be older. Let's try and open this. The door does not budge. Well, maybe that's another key. Find out the Whirling secret passages. Oh, hell yes. We got a murder to solve, but I got secret passages on the brain.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I saw another thing at the Whirling. There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh, yes, the door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door, he shrugs. Well, do you know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key. I don't care how you get there. I don't know how you get there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the retail warehouse, probably. Oh, okay, cool. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger along the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. Absolutely not convincing. Listen, I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay, a little. He shrugs. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. I run so many cafeterias. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over after the animals, and I haven't found a key. So good luck with that. All right. Fine. Let's talk to the lady in the wheelchair. And if that leads next door, then we'll go next door and see where that takes us.
Hello, sweetie.
The cryptozoologist's wife. Hello, sweetie. Wait, who's sweetie? Her eyes move up and down your person as though taking your measurements. Her attention is scientific. Yeah, who's this sweetie?
Why? You are, officer.
I'm no sweetie. Look at this face.
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw, and that silly dimple on your chin.
Well, I don't know. Thanks, I guess. I appreciate that.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Okay.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but they come here for tea when they're away.
Morel. Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. I can't help but notice, but you're in a chair with wheels. Yes, dear, I'm a paraplegic. A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height or a grenade explosion. A grenade? Did you fight in the war? No, dear, I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Were you a tightrope walker by chance? Nothing so extravagant, dear, although what young girl doesn't dream of soaring over a crowd? What did you do then? I was training and developing manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company. You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere. And, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding, I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. I'm sorry. It was a bit rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's just move on. Oh, that's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know what they're thinking about it anyways. Well, listen, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, or I really don't know anything. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. She won't judge you, no matter what you say. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm going to be, totally honest then. Listen, I drank so hard that I forgot literally everything. Oh my, takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? Well, I know we're in the Whirling in Rags cafeteria because that was on my keys. That's right. And where's the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? In Revachol? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this? Her gray eyes widen. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most wonderful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol's a rare jewel. The city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of its history, you know what year it is? We saw a calendar upstairs, and I think it's the spring of 51. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Okay. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. I can tell that this one is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What kind of government? Jeez, I don't know. What a question. I don't know. I know cop things, and I gotta say, we're probably living under some type of cop regime. Actually, she raises her voice. We are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try one more time, officer. What mode of government? You go safe answer. Maybe some kind of like a democracy. Nope, sadly not. Revachol's in what's called a zone of control under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven, meaning buying is voting. Gotcha. So, if there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop here for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain big things to anyone. Oh, she's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged. Okay. What's the revolution? Oh, it's a defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. That was 42 years ago. Well, what does that have to do with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it any better. So who could tell me more then? Someone more educated in sweeping matters? Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No. He looks away. I am not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Oh, of course, she turns to you. That I don't know. Someone rich, maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. All right, well, listen, sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Her expression becomes very serious. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck? Ooh. So Reg, 72%. We're going to tug on the heartstrings. Come on, baby. Ooh. What did we roll? An 8? My God. Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing. Oh, fucking shit. Honestly, it's all over for me. Damaged morale. Officer, he leans in so that only you can hear. Get a hold of yourself, please. Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you. She looks distressed and even a little frightened. Okay, well, let's change the subject. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't have any money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. How'd you like to roll with me? No pun intended. Her eyes light up. Oh, whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, and catching sequence killers. Oh, sequence killers. Oh my, she sounds impressed. Well, but I think you already have a partner, sweetie. Yeah, a partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from the tree. Oh, Kim, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I forgot about you. Yes, and seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady. She looks down, and even if you weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me. Why is that? 3 heads, all better than 2. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. She turns back to you with a hopeful glint in her eyes. Perhaps another time? All right, then. Well, nice chatting with you. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. And we are out. All right. We did get a pen from her. Pen with a green ape head. The ape has closed its eyes, a kind of expression adorning its face. Or a kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Okay, get a reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. All right. We need to find Booze. We need to find out who made the call, despite lacking any obvious leads. Keep searching for the collar. Might take some time. We need to open the trash container, which we got the key for. Did we not? Yes. So let's go open the trash container right now. Oh, I might have been able to pick up that bottle there. Pick dialogue option playing with hold on or wait to gain additional information. Okay. Let's do it. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Oh, didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there? There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. No, I'm gonna do it. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. We're just in time, the lieutenant peers in. This hasn't been emptied for over a week. Okay. Let's look under the boxes of carton. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. Have we done this before? A box falls into place in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. It's like sun. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. What about the regs? Amongst the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers? As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. Oh, the victim's clothes. The lieutenant smells them. Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here, officer. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar marked blue jeans? Pockets empty or... Oh, sorry. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt too, a wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but... He looks into the container. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches my eye. Oh, let's go for it. A drab long sleeve shirt, olive colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag it. This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. He nods to himself. Anything more? The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye, but other than that... Yeah, we got like a thrown out towel, a mug. That's about all, though. All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard, or that one. He nods towards the red-haired boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. Yeah, you think someone from the Whirling might have been involved, maybe? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and the establishment had the key. It's just a small, loose thread. All right, okay. Let's go talk to him. Let's search through the food waste. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands, apple, potato peels, mostly unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Let's pick it out. A ledger. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? No. I can't. That cannot be. Wow, we found our secret task. Find your paperwork. No, yes, it is. Look. He points to it. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You even got an autopsy form? A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash? Good question. I think I just didn't want to be a cop anymore, and that's probably why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet. Well, doesn't know what to say. Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries, organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. I don't know, man. That sounds like an order, and I don't take orders. I see, yes. You're what we call a badass, aren't you? He makes little quotation marks around the words, indicating he's unsure of the actual badassery. Wow, went off script there, getting your ass handed to you. You shouldn't go picking fights if your rhetorical faculties haven't suggested it. Tell me, does your badass need see more in there, or are we done here? Lieutenant peers into the trash. We need to read our ledger and name the case. Soggy cartons and rags look back at him. Oh, yes, it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do. So, tutorial agent. Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and find the Interact tab to read your paperwork. All right. Who put the clothes in the trash? We could ask Kuno or ask Garte. This case needs an official name. Go to your inventory and interact with the damaged ledger to give it one. We also leveled up again. Let's see. Play the actor, lie, and detect lies. Visual calculus. This is already our highest one. Let's maybe take one of these, like, for detecting lies. I don't think I'm going to invest anything in encyclopedia. We're getting more than enough from that. Logic is pretty nice, too. Understand others. Empathy would be good. Let's go drama. And then we can't use our inventory quite yet. First of all, we got to get the mug, though. I'm getting that mug, too. You pick out the broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Maybe it's an antique. Only in its social sensibility. I'm taking it. The man briefly glances at the mug, then returns the sight to the trash. Sorry, Kim. The container sounds a muffled gong. That's one thing off the list. Lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we got it all. All right, cool. I think we got it all is right. So what do we got now? We've got these tools, the pen, the handkerchief. We've got the damaged ledger and the yellow man mug. Use interact to inspect. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh, there's actually quite a lot to read into here. Look at all that content. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage? Good question. Good question. Well, this mug is an example of prejudice, and I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it, or do some volunteering work? Just finish your case, detective. The broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the Whirling and Regs dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers. Buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly, it seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. And then here's the ledger that we found. It's full of notes written in the man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. It's the ledger you found in the trash. Pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from the plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. The sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Yum. Is there anything else going on? There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor. For you. Yes, thank you, Waterlogged Ledger, for spelling it out for us. Below the pathetics. Terror, do not look into its blue heart. Okay, let's just look at the clipboard. It's made of dark plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges around it, however, the U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. In the back, you see embossed letters RCM. Let's shake it a little bit. Something rattles inside ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened. Let's look inside. Plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. This is not see-through. You cannot see what to the center. Huh. And how would I open this? With your hands? U4 size pages hang from the clipboard, screwed to the top of the board. So we're getting a -1 to interfacing from Lonesome Long Way Home? Huh. How do we know that? That's really weird. Because we're getting a negative to authority. I wonder why we're getting a negative to interfacing. Huh. Well, we can try it. It's 42%. Holy! We did it. Two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off the sides. If you bend the plastic on your knees slowly and slide snap back into place, it should be possible to just, Yeah, let's slide the drawer open. Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment's now open. What's inside? 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. What? Let's pick up the ticket stubs. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to a zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. And the card? Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. Glue, better smell it. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon. The end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. I'm opening this. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There's care, effort, and a smile. You think, effort and a smile, you think. Although it's not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Is that for me? My name, Harry, maybe? Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please. Yeah, but it's going to make me happy. A merciful wind blows in the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into... No, hold on to it. Let's read the card. Your hands shake holding on to it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has me filled entirely. I step on that light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. Keep reading. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. Sparks fall like snow from the bow collector. A streetcar distancing. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing. To the memory, I guess. Detective, is everything all right? Whoa. That's trippy. What the hell happened?
Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.